Hey everybody. Hey Chicago Joe from Sumter County. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hey Mr. Steve, Brian, SLC, how y'all doing? Everybody having a good weekend? Thank you, Mr. Steve. Yeah, I enjoy t-shirts. I wear them pretty much all the time. Unless we're going somewhere and I gotta get decent. Feels great here this afternoon. We got about a ½ inch of rain today and the temperatures is down nice. Hey Midwest Alice, how you doing? Do some sanding on the deck today. Hard on the back and your knees. Probably if you gotta get on your knees. Hey Traveling Hoosier. I'm gonna remember one of these Sundays to bring my reading glasses out here so I can read the comments without having to lean up every time. If I bring the tripod any closer, I kick it. So you finally did get to go ride your horses, son? Good deal. We went down to a new racetrack. Okay, stacking 95 bills by yourself. Yeah, that'll wear you down. Yeah, we went to a new racetrack. I've been years ago. It's called Sumter Speedway. That's why I went ahead. I normally don't like to post several videos at a time like that, but I went ahead and put them both out. So that way if the people that was at the races want to see something, maybe it's on there for them. Yeah, 95 bills get your arms worked out and your back. Change the tire on your truck. The spare was rusted up. Yeah, when it rains, it normally pours. But we're not dusty and dry here right now from the rain. We got 3½ inches Wednesday or Thursday. We got 3½ inches, and then a ½ inch so far this afternoon. Probably going to have to rebuild 13. The rain was good though. I mean, we needed it. And we sprayed nitrogen all that day before the rain, expecting it to come from the radars, and it worked out good. No, it's not humid this afternoon. It feels great. If I had to guess, it's probably 70, upper 70s. Dry there, no rain in 10 days. 81 and sunny. Yeah, it's probably in the 70s out here now. It was hot earlier. I mean, just normal hot, but it wasn't like it's been being. Hey, Chicago. We just dropped a couple videos earlier from the Sumter racetrack, if that's the same Sumter County you in. About 75 there. Watching, okay. I think if that rain hadn't to come when it did, we probably about burn up that one 10-acre field, because I double sprayed it just to see what it would do. Yeah, last year was my first experience with horse nettle. I've never had any of it on any of our hay fields or pastures, but it's pretty prevalent. It's in a lot of areas around here. I think we used, hold on, I'll go get what I used to spray it. I got a jug sitting right over there. Give me 1 second. That's what we use to spray it. Chaparral. Hey John, how you doing, buddy? And it wiped it out pretty good for us. It was actually in that hay field that we worked last year with where the auction was at, first of the year. Yeah, I don't know about using it fescue, guys. Anything I tell you is we using it in coastal, and in some cases, that I think that there'll take out Bahia also. So that's not safe if you spraying it on Bahia. I don't think. So that would only be for coastal. But it cleaned it up pretty good. Yeah, I'm sure it is. A lot of people starting to do lives on Sunday night now. My phone be steady lighting up on the top with notifications for other lives. Hard to find time to do the YouTube stuff. Yes, it is, Mr. John. I just try to, a lot of the times I'll record stuff and won't use it because there's only so many angles I can show y'all with me working on the using the 574. Hey, Joe's Smokehouse and Barbecue. Appreciate all y'all guys coming in. Found your Sunday channel right here. I sure do appreciate that, Chicago. Post a video and run. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to keep up with everybody's stuff. Like I've been telling y'all that for a long time, for months now. I try my best to watch all I can. almost local. Yeah, I would consider Sumter local. About like a neighbor. I think it took me like an hour and 20 minutes to drive to Sumter last night for the race, and then it got over a few minutes after 11 last night, and I drove back. There goes a little frog just come in my building. He's probably gonna start croaking and sound like a train horn. Your brother lives in Rock Hill? Yeah, that's not too far. That's right up there in Brian SLC's neck of the woods. And who was it that said that? Gerraldfarms. Appreciate you coming in and chatting with us too. Hey, Brett Farms. Hope all y'all had a good weekend. If y'all would shoot us a thumbs up. I'm trying to watch that frog, because if he starts all that croaking, I'm going to have to find him and throw him out of here. I used to try to run at every track around South Carolina. Yeah, I raced at Sumter myself years ago. If I had to guess, probably 20 years ago. What's the weather like in... It's been very hot and dry, Gerraldfarms. And either Wednesday or Thursday this past week, we got 3.5 inches of rain. And we got about a ½ inch of rain today. But it's normally very hot and humid here. Hey, Matthew. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. It's dry there. Just put hoses out on the front lawn. I need to be running a sprinkler on the well that I put in beside my shop to try to clear it up, but I hate to run it because I don't want to cut grass no more than I have to. Got a hard rain today, but you needed it. Yeah, we needed all the rain we got too. I was a little nervous with getting 3.5 inches though, right after we sprayed the nitrogen, about it leaching off and running off. But I think the fields is responding good to it. That's what I do. I just try to put it together the best I can. I don't try to worry that hard no more about trying to make a movie. Yeah, Mr. John, right now I got about 40 acres and I'll be finished with second cutting. And as soon as we finish that, it'll probably be time to start on third. Right now, in about 21 days, I would love to be starting on third cutting. We had 3/4 of an inch there today. Keep it real. That's the only way I know Chicago. I'm gonna be honest with all of y'all, and what you see is what you get. Hey, Ralph. Nothing much, Ralph. Just enjoying the little bit cooler weather that we've had the past couple of days. Humidity's down. We finally got some rain, so maybe everything will grow good now. We'll get to make some more decent hay maybe. The last video I showed y'all on the hay making, that hay turned out pretty good. Y'all need rain bad, Brian? Well, I sure hope you get some, buddy. Yeah, that is so weird how that I'm learning a lot of stuff from this YouTube, because in our area, you know, we'll get 3-4 cuttings normally, and then I see a lot of people on here that only get 1 cutting. That's a lot. Like I said, I'm learning a lot from this YouTube experience. You need $1 million bad. Me too, Ralph. Most not worth mowing now. Ours is getting better, SLC. Mine at the beginning of the year, the weather was so weird and stuff that our hay at the beginning of the season, I was about ashamed to roll it up for my cows. And it wasn't because we wasn't doing our part. We was putting what we always do and, you know, doing things the same. It's just the weather, I believe. Your average 4 by 5.5 round bale here will be $50 to $55 a bale here, where I'm located in South Carolina. Friend in Canada only gets 1 cutting. I don't really sell much hay, John. Most of 90% of my hay is for my cows. And come cut your grass. Yeah, you can waste $1 million trying to farm easy. 100 to 150 a ton for general auction hay. You saw some fresh bales in the field today. Might get 2 cuttings where you at, Mr. Steve. Yeah, we're not commercial selling hay. We do hay just to feed our cows. And then once we see and pretty sure that we have excess amount of hay, then I'll try to move a little to help offset the cost of making the hay and to help me, you know, the price of owning and having cows. But when the hurricane hit us last year, probably September if I had to guess, I didn't sell near bale of hay up until a couple weeks ago. Hey, Mr. Doug. You get $240 a ton for small square. Yeah, and like I said, and that's the reason why we built that rebaler this past winter, was so when I see I've got excess hay that I think we're gonna try to only sell it in square bales. All grass hay, mainly fescue and orchard grass mix. But yeah, I turned loose all of our hay customers that I had when we lost about half of our hay last year. and I just haven't pushed to pick them back up. I haven't, because the majority of my customers was round bales, and I don't really want to go back that route too much as they pass. Where you at, Ralph? Where you on the road at? I raise beef cows. They're mostly black. A lot of people say black Angus, but I'm not big on saying the word, because to me, I'm just raising beef cow. But I mean, a lot of people like to say, in that the sales and stuff that I go to, if the cow's black, everybody's claiming it to be Angus. And I'm not going to mislead nobody to think that all I'm raising is Angus cows, and that's not the case. I mean, we're raising beef cows, and the majority of them are black. We do have some baldies. And we try to keep most of our heifers as we can to keep growing our herd, unless they're slow or we see signs of something that we don't like. Then we'll cull them when we sell our steers and bull calves. But we generally try to keep all of them that we can to keep growing. I can name all my cattle Angus, and they will be all Angus beef. Yeah. My goal is to get to 250 head. I don't think I'm going to be able to produce enough hay by myself to run that many head, because this year's been a eye-opening experience for me. Y'all have probably heard me say it in the past few Sunday lives that jumping on 150 acres of hay by myself is too much. I bit off more than I can chew this year. I'm used to having my son on the farm with me every day in the summer, and this year I'm by myself, and I'm seeing that I bit off more than I can chew. We might have to buy some, Brian. I believe we're gonna be good though. That's one of my main goals, is to make sure that I don't do hay all summer and then have to buy hay to feed my cows. I want to rent the all-in-one. Come and get it. But yeah, we did. I mean, like I said, I jumped in over my head and evidently was thinking about what I was able to get done with 2 people on the farm. And then now, I'm just not able to quite do it. I mean, we've kept up, but as far as time to make videos and stuff, it's put everything to slim pickings. Wow. There ain't no way I could do it in Chicago, not with my old open cab tractors and stuff, but not in trying to do 4 cut and 3 cuttings. I know, and that's what I mean. I told my wife, if I'm gonna continue to do it, I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and buy cabbed in tractors so I can get out of it. 'Cause if you sit on them tractors 12, 13 hours at a time out there, guys. It gets tough. I mean, I ain't making excuses. He works like an 18-year-old. Graze them. $960, $9,600. I bet it was cool to run. Yeah, and we're running out of pasture. We are fastly running out of pasture land, and it's a lot easier to find hay land in my area than it is to find land to put cows on. Land rent here for hay, you're gonna spend about $50 to $55 an acre. If you're doing row crops, you'll probably spend $70, $75 an acre. And it just depends. I mean, sometimes you'll get some a decent amount cheaper than that if you'll do some cleaning up for the landowners and stuff, and sometimes you get them, you pay more than that, and then they just expect you to clean up other parts of the property free if you find the right place. It's a year, Mr. Steve. For row crops, it's roughly $75 an acre per year. But like I was saying about how I overloaded and with too much hay land, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to get to that 250 head of cows because I'm not gonna be able to produce that kind of hay. My buddy right at the end of my road, not even a half a mile from where I'm sitting, the video I done a couple months back with the baler connection where you bale and rake at the same time, he just done 10 acres up there. I think he got 60 some bales off of it, 60 and some change. So that's like 6.5 bales per acre, and that's 4 by 6 round bales. Yeah, it's hard to find places to put cows. It's easy to find, or easier to find hay land than it is to find pasture land. People don't want cows on their property. Wow, 20 to 25 is very reasonable, Brian. Especially for decent hay land. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would, and a lot of times we trying different stuff, but it's hard to keep growing the herd size when you don't have no more pasture land. And we normally run about 1 cow per acre is average in my area. I like the corn and beans. Wow, Dayton, Ohio, $250 to $300 an acre. Hay land was $100 to $150. That would be hard to justify getting land, seems like. Hey, who dat? 3020. Hey, Chris, Denny's Country Life. Small town farmer. We normally like to put up about 500 bales for us right now. 100 for pasture and 350 for hayland. I appreciate all y'all guys coming in. If y'all would shoot us a thumbs up. I'm trying to see what that was, just popped on my screen. Anyway, it's gone. Once you get the system going, you'll replace row crops with. Hey, Mr. Ted, appreciate you stopping in, buddy. But we're working on a few loose ends, trying to pick up some more pasture land, or either land that we can fence and plant if we got to. But it just seems like they don't want livestock on it. He just walked in the door. That's right. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, guys. If I miss something you say, I'm sorry. We try to normally sell our cows in the spring, the calves off of last year. But last year we had to sell them going in to the winter, which we normally don't like to do, but we had to because of our hay situation with the flooding. Hey, Rowdy. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Should have put us all to shame with his windrows. Yeah, the windrows, like he's got my little 574, won't even pull the baler. I'd have to go behind him raking and split his rows into 2s or 3s so I could bale it. BTO wannabe party is going now. Let me grab a drink, guys. They're not that big. Maybe we'll have some good windrows here coming now that we finally getting some rain at the right time after we put the nitrogen and stuff out. Maybe it'll make a decent crop. My main bull, well, we've got cows at like 6 different pastures. My oldest bull was probably 5.5 years old. My youngest one that's working this year is probably 2 years old. Forcing our wives to toss square bales. Yeah, Rowdy's got a good one. She was moving all them square bales that he done. Only guy that needs four-wheel drive to handle the windrows. Come home, she was doing your chores tonight. Or she runs the baler. No, my wife, she ain't gonna be out here in the hay. I complain and tell her how hot or how hard something is. She'll tell me in a minute, you chose to do that. Foreplay. $50 is baling and pasturing it. I don't quite understand if you're talking to me, BTO. She's not allowed to run the combine. All the new fields we got's doing good, Chris. I'm letting one of them actually go. I was explaining that earlier, that I've bitten off more than I can chew with trying to do 150 acres by myself. You know, it's hard to admit when you jump on more than you're capable of doing, but I did. And I evidently, you know, with my son being here, a second person was making a lot more difference than I was thinking. So I'm actually cutting it down. So next year we're not going to be doing 150 acres. Not with the same equipment that we're trying to work it with this year. Mainly being the tractor. Everything else is keeping up, except for me sitting out in the heat on our 574 that many days back to back to back is wearing me down. Once I get to Massey, I'll be fine. Yeah, that'll help out. And that darn, my disc mower does an excellent job. I mean, that thing will cut thick hay. But hooking and unhooking that sucker is some more time killing, especially when you try to cut 20 acres with it, then unhook it and go rake and bale the same day. And then as soon as you get through baling, you're trying to hook the cutter back up to start cutting the next morning. It's just beating me down. Use the heck out of the Massey. But yeah, it made a big difference. I mean, and I've got the 464. Yeah, if I got a tractor with AC, my wife will help. If I bought tractors with AC, my son probably wouldn't want to leave, would he? Yeah, like I said, that's the hardest part. Excuse me. If my mind don't change this winter, though, I'm gonna build me a caddy so I can put my cutter on it and leave it. You even need front doors. Yeah, that's gonna be. You down to one tractor this year? Yeah, we've got a 464 that we normally rake with and stuff, but being my son's not here to run it, it's not big enough to cut or bale, but it could rake and tear. Getting some demos. 12 tractors. Maybe when I grow up, AJ, it'll be a little bit easier, maybe. But I'm still having fun. I still enjoy what I do and wouldn't trade it for nothing that I can think of. Be happy with 2, that's right. You only have one tractor on your dairy farm. I tell you what, I hope and pray that when I do buy another one that it's half as tough as that 574 that I've got is. Deer still ain't come got it. Had all of them. Yeah, I just hope when I do find one and buy it that it's as tough as the old International 574, because that baby don't back up from whatever we hook it to. I love it, Chris. I wish the hour meter on it worked, because well, it probably scared me to know how many hours is on it. We did find a Massey. I done forgot the number of it now. Brian might remember the number. I talked to him on the phone. It was 130 or 135 horse Massey that we had found, and was a great deal. But the guy was honest and was telling me that it had some kind of transmission trouble. No, a 1066 is a International, I believe. I think it was like a 60-30 or a 30-60 or something. I think. I don't remember for sure. But that's the closest I've been to buying one. I was ready to pull the trigger on it, and he was honest with me. I mean, sitting on the wifey. Yeah, I was all excited. I was ready to go get it. Never run a deer. I have to, if I find a deer that I can afford, y'all, I hate to have to make any of y'all mad. No, it was 2-wheel drive, Chris. It was 2-wheel drive. I think it had like 4,800 hours, 5,000 hours on it, I believe. But the guy was honest, because I was fixing to trailer up and go where it was at, and he was honest and saved me a trip. He had me hooked when he told me the air conditioner was ice cold. That was about probably 2.5 weeks ago when it was 100 degrees and felt like you needed gills. Deer will sell on price. Get you away from Kubota. Yeah, they better not bring me no demo. Cause I know I won't be calling them back until hay season's over. Air conditioner's colder in the deer than your Kubota. Yeah, they bring one for me to run. They won't hear nothing from me until hay season's finished. I have it parked behind the woods, in the woods, so they can't even find it until we finish. Then I'll be telling them I call them every day. I've never been in nothing of mine with it. I've been in a couple of my buddies that had it. We're still trying to do a little bit of research on it at night when we have time to try to see if they have trouble with the transmissions on them and if it's something that's common and are easy to fix. Looking at a Dana 6. To be sure, some of these guys know. They own the plant together. Can get real expensive. I wish I could remember the model number of it. Let me look at this paper, and I don't think I got it written down out here. All that stuff's inside. I don't have it out here. But what I'm seeing so far, it looks like it could be pretty expensive to fix, and it seems like a recurring issue. And I can't afford no recurring issues on something that's expensive. Y'all run older machines? Yeah, we do too, Chicago. My tractor's the exact same age I am. A 76 model. Give me 1 second, guys. Gals. My wife does most of the books, Chris. I really don't know. I know she gets real mad if I don't keep up with my receipts and all right. 3630 is what it was. So if any of y'all had any experience with a 3630 Massey, yeah, I think the old equipment's tough too. Might should just build me a cab, ain't it? Build a cab to go on my old tractor. Put me a generator on the front weight rack, window unit, and let it rip. But yeah, if any of y'all have ever had any experience with the 3630, built from 87 to 90. See, that's like brand new to me, y'all. I think it's a 90. Think's what he said. Not real sure. Made in France. Brian be doing some research, y'all. He can click fast too. $115 PTO. Yeah. If the 574 makes it work and gets by, 115 will make it sing, won't it? I tell you though, I can tell a big difference when I'm cutting hay if I don't keep my knives in good shape. Keeping the knives sharp on the disc mower makes it a lot less drag on the tractor. I can tell that for sure. The rebeller was very simple. It actually went together easier than I was thinking it was going to go together. I looked online at several videos, and then Mr. David from Farming for Fun and Profit, I got to know him through YouTube and met his son, and I went to their farm and looked at theirs, how it was set up. And I mean, I don't know if I can go straight out the gate and it would match that type of production. The rebeller I think would do fine. I think my square beller is gonna be the weak link on mine. Take care, John. Have a good week, buddy. You leaving too, Chris? Have a good week, buddy. Appreciate all y'all coming in and chatting with us for a few minutes. But yeah, I think my beller is going to be the weak link of mine with it, because we're running that 120 Massey Ferguson. The stacker's gonna be the weak link. Very true. That's possibly why y'all haven't seen the videos on it running when I'm on the farm by myself, because I sure couldn't imagine me running the rebeller and me the only one here. Yeah. But my baler is old. My square baler is old, and the capacity on it ain't near as high as the ones that these other guys is running behind the rebellers. But so far, it's done a good job. It's actually kept up. That was my first hay baler. Yeah, I'm the operator, the stacker, the raker, the baler, the cutter, the tedder person, the cow wrangler, fence mender, water checker, fence checker, and have to make time for a YouTuber. And enjoy going to the dirt track races. A poor man has to be, AJ. True definition of a farmer. We'll go another minute or two, guys. It's coming up on an hour. Try to do them around an hour. Hats off to all of us. Very true, Brian. I tell you what, if the roads get very much more dangerous feeling to move a tractor, I'm going to have to take some of my race car experience and build a roll cage on one. I'll think of a computer. But it plumb scares me now to even go down a highway anymore. The way everybody drives. It's plumb ridiculous anymore. Like I said, I reckon I have to put a roll cage on it and start wearing my racing suit and a Hans device. We used to ride motorcycles too. I would be scared to get out there on a motorcycle now. Just about every day, if I'm on a tractor, I have to avoid an accident. And that's sad. Well, guys and gals, I appreciate y'all coming in and watching and supporting our YouTube channel and our farm. I hope each and every one of y'all have a good week. And we look forward to seeing y'all next Sunday. Everybody have a good one.